Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have an HP 15t-dy200 laptop. I'm going to take you inside, show you how to access your fan heatsink CPU assembly. So first thing, power down your computer, make sure that it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access the bottom case screws. Now there is a long rubber foot on the top of my screen and the bottom of my screen shown by the blue arrows. You're going to have to take those up to access 3 screws under each one. To get those up, you're going to use a small, very flat pry tool. They're only held on by double-sided tape, so you will be able to carefully, slowly pry them up. If you go too fast or bend it too much, it is possible to break them since they're just rubber. If you do break them, you have the option of buying a new one to replace it, or you could just use it broken. If you split it in half, you still have to put down the whole thing with double-sided tape, so you can just put it down broken and it should still work fine. After you get all of your screws up, if you flip the computer over and look at your keyboard or your palm rest area, you'll see a seam in the computer at the edge of your palm rest and your bottom case. That's where you're going to use a small flat pry tool to slowly pry up the palm rest from the bottom case. You're going to go all the way around nice and slow. Don't put the pry tool too far in. You could damage some internal components. Just keep it on the edge and pry up that palm rest from the bottom case. Once you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, guys, when I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like any help with tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any upgrade and replacement parts for this specific model computer, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and it will be a list of all those tools and supplies and replacement parts. Now, before touching anything in a computer, it's always smart to remove or at least unplug your battery. Computers are safer to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. This is your battery right down here near the bottom of my screen. The battery is held down by 7 screws noted by the red arrows, and it plugs into the motherboard near the blue arrow. After removing all the screws and lifting the battery up, that will unplug it from the motherboard. Your fan is located up top near the red arrow. The heatsink goes from the fan and the vent down to the CPU area, held down by 4 screws near the green arrows. Now, I'm not sure why you guys are here. If you're here just to replace a broken fan, you would unscrew it from these 3 screws, and then you would unplug it from the motherboard here near the blue arrow. Be very careful with those wires. They're very fragile. If you pull them the wrong way or too hard, you could damage them, or you could pull them right out of the plug. So be very careful when unplugging that. Try just to grab the plug if at all possible instead of the wires. If you're here to clean out your computer or address some sort of overheating issue, after you get your fan out, you'll be able to blow it out, clean it out really well. You probably also want to come in here and reapply thermal paste. If you guys would like help with that operation, I will have a video tutorial link above in the video, also below in the description, and it will be a tutorial showing you how to fix an overheating laptop. It'll show you how to take apart your fan and clean it out really well. It'll also show you how to clean off all the old thermal paste first. You don't want to put new paste on top of old paste. And then it will show you how to put the right amount of thermal paste down. If you put too little thermal paste down, obviously it won't do its job. If you put too much thermal paste down, it could end up locking heat in rather than getting it out of your computer. So again, that video tutorial will be above and below in the description. Another shout out about that thermal paste, not all thermal pastes are created equal. Generally speaking, the cheaper stuff will work, but the more expensive stuff will do a better job. I will try to have 2 different thermal paste options for you below in the description in that list with all of the tools and supplies and replacement parts, in addition to having a fan replacement in that list as well. And I guess the last thing I'll mention in this video, as long as you are here in your computer, check out over here on the left of my screen. These 2 slots, this is your RAM. RAM is a very important factor in the speed and performance of your computer, and there's a good amount of RAM upgrades you can do to this model computer. If you would like help with that and more information on your RAM upgrade, check out the video that pops up when this one is done, and I'll explain more about your RAM. If you have any questions, guys, check out the FAQs below in the description. It could save you some time getting an answer. If you do need to leave me a question or comment, please do. I try to get to those a couple times a day at least. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.